A fully adjustable bench that declines, weighs 94 pounds, and you can add attachments to it to build an ecosystem in your home gym. Well, could this Bells of Steel Buzzsaw bench be right for you guys in your home gym? Let's see and find out. Hope you guys enjoy. All right, guys, so in today's video, we're going to cover this Bells of Steel Buzzsaw bench and the ability to add attachments to build an ecosystem with your bench in your home gym. So I have yet to review something like this that's high quality. I did something that was budget friendly, and yeah, I wonder why it was budget friendly. It's a no-go for me, dog. So really excited to cover something like this, and I'm going to cover the bench and then the attachments. And at the end of the video, I would love to know your guys' thoughts on this product from Bells of Steel. It's been around for a while. My guy Gluck's Gym did a review on this and he did a really great job. And it's something that a lot of people have always wanted me to check out. If anything like this interests you guys, yep, your boy does have an affiliate link in the description. And it helps me, the creator, make more home gym content for you guys out there to see what kind of pieces will fit in your home gym. So let's take a look at this bench here. The main highlight I want to talk about is this bench is heavy. It weighs well over 90 pounds, so it is a beast. The frame is super heavy, and then the padding is a little over 2 inches. The height of the bench is a little over 18 inches. And also I like too is that there's 8 adjustments here so that you have the ability to do flat, multiple incline sessions in your gym, and then you're also able to do decline sessions in your gym. I know a lot of people like to do decline, so it's nice that Bells of Steel has that to offer here with this bench. Some other features too to highlight with the bench, it is 11 gauge steel, so it's a commercial grade beast. It weighs well over 90 pounds, so you know this thing is heavy duty, built to last. It's the price of just the bench is a little over $400, so you're paying a hefty price tag, but again, you're buying something that you know is high quality, durable, and going to last you a very long time. So some other specs to cover with the bench is the length of the pad is about 36 inches, which is perfect for my body type. Again, I'm 6 foot, so I feel like I have plenty of room when I'm doing, you know, my dumbbell work or any of my barbell work. And then the length of the pad towards the back here is a little over 11 inches. So you feel like, you know, especially I, have a little bit of a wider back. Not sure if it was that Mexico resort that made my back bigger from the buffet, or your boy's been hitting the gym, huh? I don't know. But hey, I feel like I have plenty of space on this pad, which is a huge win. And again, keep in mind the thickness of the pad is 2 inches too. And then they really have done a nice job of, if you were to sweat on this, it's resistant. I feel like it's going to stain and get stuck in here, and it's going to stink and be nasty. I know a lot of people worry about that. Some like cosmetic things too I noticed is they did laser cut the numbers of the angles for your flat, your incline, and then obviously if you're going all the way down to your end of your decline here. And then they have 3 adjustments here on the seat, so you have plenty to play with here, if you're doing decline, incline, flat as well. And then a couple other features too. It is on wheels and it can be stored upright. So let's first kind of give you some insights on moving this bench around, and then we'll go from there. So when you add the ecosystem of attachments, there is not a handle for this thing. And I'll show you a clip of me moving this around. It's awkward. You got to find like an angle in here, like almost go underneath like the feet where this would go down. And it looks like they have the ability, you could like bolt this into your ground, but I don't think anyone wants to do that. You want to be able to move this around in your gym. That's honestly the main thing of like having the wheels, right? It's heavy. And they had a handle when you just get the bench, but if you are adding attachments, the handle's gone, so you're gonna have to kind of just deal with it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I know a lot of comments, a lot of people have talked about adding the handle and they still haven't. I just think they're like, hey, dude, deal with it, grow up. You gotta figure it out, which, you know what, at the end of the day, if we're all working out and staying in shape, I think we can handle that. But it's just, again, just something to keep in mind. And to kind of wrap up just the bench, it can hold 1,000 pounds. So you people out there who are competing at the Arnold, don't worry, this bad boy ain't gonna tip over on you, and the dumbbells or the barbell is not gonna crush you. So you are, again, paying over $400 for just the bench. If the Buzzsaw bench is really what you're looking for, it's it is a well-built machine. But what we really are here for, I know a lot of people are here for, is adding the attachments to upgrade your bench, which seems to be a very popular thing in the home gym, mainly because of the space people are working with. So let's talk about the attachment. So the first attachment I have here for you guys is their leg roller attachment. So their leg roller attachment, you can just get this plus the bench if that's really the main things you want, but I feel like a lot of people want to be able to add more than just this. So we just take a look at this. So there's 8 adjustments on this, and then really how it works is pretty seamless. Is you have the system here to where you're able to put this, you know, through, and then you just got to use this pin to be able to dial this in. And one thing that I know with me, trial and error, and this is in real time, is your boy takes a little bit to get the pin through, so you know I'm gonna have to, you know, use my glasses and get up over here to say, okay, all right, there it is. So it takes a little bit of time. One thing I want to mention too is there is a little bit of play with these attachments when you're, you know, pinning this in, especially for leg extensions too, which we'll show. Which, I mean, the machine, the aspect, the attachments are still going to work fine, but it's just something to note. There is a little bit of play with this. So really what you can do with this is you can do is decline sit-ups. I tried to do is set up to where I can do some Nordic curls, and I like that you're able to use the back pad here for different adjustments for progression. Not gonna lie, I really had a hard time getting and setting myself up. So again, 6 foot, 210 pounds, shout out to that Mexican resort. It was very difficult for me to get set into place, and I had the adjustment pretty much to the highest setting. So if you're a bigger guy, probably Nordic curls is going to be difficult. You probably are using this mainly just for doing sit-ups, you know, decline sit-ups especially. The padding, I think, it's pretty thick padding. They didn't cheap out on it. I will say the main thing is I noticed there is a little bit of warp after a couple uses in the pad, but I don't really know if that's going to, like, over time, how well that's going to deteriorate. But I know that they do have, I'll put the warranty they have for the upholstery parts, so keep that in mind, how much time you have to return it if that seems to be an issue for you. It could just be I got a bad part, and that's just, you know, me, again, having that issue. But I noticed a couple comments saying that theirs is warped as well. But still, comfort-wise, it's pretty comfortable getting in here and doing sit-ups. I know core work is something I'm trying to do more of, and I know I really have always enjoyed doing decline sit-ups. All right, so let's cover the leg extension, leg curl attachment now. So your attachment here, it's, you know, it's not super heavy. You know, it's still, you know, pretty well made. You got, you know, your powder coat, your steel here. You know, the padding's pretty decent, and you have your 8 adjustments here. Again, you have 8 adjustments as well with the leg roller. So we put the put this bad boy in, and I'm just gonna kind of just leave it here for now. Again, you got your pin here to be able to pin this. So let's just talk about how it feels, the range of motion, and we'll go from there. So I've done a couple videos on these plate-loaded leg curl machines, and the range of motion on leg extensions, first of all, honestly, it feels pretty good. Now, obviously, with something like this in the beginning of the movement, you're not feeling anything. I know people have mentioned if you really are wanting full resistance throughout the movement, you know, people have mentioned doing, you know, adding bands to it, but that's just when you buy stuff like this, you got to know going into it, you know, it's not a cable loaded machine, it's plate loaded. So you're not getting full resistance in the beginning, but when you're going to the very top of the movement, you do have full tension with however much weight you put on this. So, you know, I tested this thing going from a plate, you know, plate at 25, 2 plates 25, you know, 3 plates, and I even put 4 plates on this bad boy to see how it would react if I were able to do that. Never gonna do 4 plates anyways, but I just wanted to see what I could do. And honestly, the traditional amount of weight that I would do with this, probably, you know, 2 plates and a 25. The movement feels great. The only things that I notice is that sometimes my heels hit the frame down here, so that I feel like I don't get you know, as much range of motion at the bottom of the movement as I would like to. I noticed that if I'm able to straddle, you know, my feet towards the end of the pad, that I can avoid that. So maybe something that obviously, you know, could be fixing that is a longer pad for the leg extension so that I don't have that issue. But my feet are not hitting the ground, which is important, because if your feet hit the ground, then the range of motion sucks. So that's important. But I mean, it's not bad, dude. And honestly, I thought when I was getting this that the weight horn, I thought like, oh, is this plastic? No, it's powder coat finished with steel, and then it's got it's got your end cap here, and it comes with this spring collar clip too. I was like, is this plastic? I'm kind of shocked they were doing that, but it's not. Let's talk about leg curls. How does leg curls feel? That movement definitely humbles a lot of people because I can't do nearly as much weight as leg extensions. You know, I could probably get about 2 plates. You know, a plate of 25, you know, feels pretty good. There's just that play. You know, when when you put it into the adjustment, there's that play in here. Again, I don't think the machine's gonna tip over, break. I just think that's just, I don't know if there's just like a little bit of an extra gap, you know, with when you slide in the attachment compared to when you put it into like the adapter here. I mean, I don't think it's gonna affect, you know, the motion in the, you know, again, the range of motion and how it feels. But it's nice that I don't need to do a lot of weight to really activate my hammies. And again, with extensions, I'm not gonna ever do 4 plates, and 2 plates, maybe 3 plates. Really feel like I'm activating my quads at the top of the movement. And again, it teaches you to really slow down when you're finishing the movement, because again, gravity is gonna pull you down. So, you know, slowing down to really target that muscle is really nice with these plate loaded machines. So wrapping up this Buzzsaw bench from Bells of Steel with the attachments, I mean, the bench alone is heavy, heavy duty. And then the attachments are not bad at all. Again, obviously competition, you know, Iron Master is like the top dog with, you know, a bench ecosystem attachments, but I don't think this is a bad option at all. It's definitely something that, you know, I have been using and I do like using. I've noticed that I've been really steering towards these plate loaded options because I feel like I just don't have to do as much weight, you know, compared to like the cable driven machines I've done in the past, budget ones. You guys will have to let me know in the comments what you guys think of this piece from Bells of Steel. Again, it's a little over 600 bucks, 600 bucks if you want the bench and the attachments. I know they were low on stock. Again, if any of these videos are helpful to you, I do have a Bells of Steel link in the description. Gives me a kickback to creator, continue making more content for you guys in the home gym. Let me know your comments and like, subscribe to help the channel grow, and more content coming soon on Luke's Garage Gym. Appreciate you guys sticking around. This is Luke from Luke's Garage Gym. See you guys later.